Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a video that I honestly 100% hand on my grandma's grave did not think that I was going to be sitting down to record today, because I know for a fact that I have not mentioned Lushious Massacr's name. I definitely have not mentioned her little friend over there on the podcast, that person's name, because honestly, I don't know them. For them to be sitting down to say all these nasty negative things about me, but of course, my name came back up. 100% it came back up when Lushious jumped at the opportunity to do a podcast about the Rich Lux and Dustin Daily drama, which rightfully so. Everyone could see that coming. You could be Stevie Wonder and you could see that coming, that Lushious was going to jump on that opportunity to trash Rich. However, I'm not involved in that drama. I have been doing my best to stay out of it because I am friends with both of them. But of course, Lushious took the opportunity to bring me into it as well as her little Hogwarts looking friend over there, Joella. They decided that they were going to trash my podcast, try to say that no one's listening to it, all this kind of stuff, when, are you delusional? First of all, because of my podcast, you decided that you were going to start your podcast. Hell, you even named the podcast after us. The Girls Wanna Battle. That has to do with Dustin and myself, so you're welcome. You're welcome. I would say run me a check, but both of you have no money. So this morning I wake up and I get all these DMs from people and they're like, oh, did you hear what Lushious had to say about you? Did you hear what Joella had to say about you in your podcast? I'm like, no. I don't talk about Lushious. I don't look for Lushious. I don't care what Lushious is doing at the end of the day. When I said that I was not going to talk about Lushious anymore, that was an agreement that everyone was just going to go their separate ways. Because guess what? Someone brings up one person's name and then we're right back to the beginning and we all look like idiots going back and forth all the time. But Lushious apparently thinks that she can bring my name up and everyone else's name, but when we respond, we're bullies. So you know what? Y'all can label me as a bully all you want, because it's not gonna be this, oh, when they go low, we go high. No, bitch, we're going even fucking lower. This morning when I woke up and I got the news that, of course, my name came up on this podcast, I was like, girl, it's the end of the month. Obviously, they're looking for a little coin. I'm sure there's gonna be a live stream or something later where Lushious is gonna respond to this video, or she's gonna respond to what I said on Twitter, and she's gonna say, see, he's a bully. He's a bully. I am so sick and tired of this whole thing of, oh, if someone responds to what I said about them online, then they're a bully. No, you're an adult. If you say shit about someone online and they respond, they're allowed to respond. You don't get to hide behind this whole, oh, positivity, oh my god, I would never say anything negative. You're a fraud, dude, and you're a goddamn liar, and you're not a very good one at that. This whole thing from Lushious, where it's like, I don't say anything negative, I don't want the drama. You sure as hell love to keep our names in your mouth, and you sure as hell love to continue it. And it's like this whole, they're trying, literally, I think that their end goal is to take us all off of YouTube and take us all off of social media by making us say vile, disgusting things. But I'm gonna let you guys know this right now. When Joella decided that she was gonna step to me on Twitter with all of her now deleted tweets because they were really that fucked up, bitch, I'm gonna step right back, and my tweets are still up. Yeah, bitch, I called your ass a whole ton of shit, and I stand by it. But you know what you did to me after my original tweet? Let me read the original tweet, which I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Joella's life for her to lash out in this manner to this tweet that I put out, but girl, check yourself. I tweeted out after hearing that they were going on about us on the podcast, and I said, I heard Bargain Betty at Lushious Massacre and Ol Hammertoe at Joella Puss Remix had some things to say about Mouthful Pod, which is my podcast with Dustin Daily, which we will have a new episode maybe later tonight. Tomorrow, we're giving an extra episode because of this. This will be a good one for us to talk about over there. It says, interesting, you say no one is listening. Okay, let's go with that. By the way, Lushious Massacre, you're still a liar. And the reason that I said that is because now that Dustin is having all of this drama with Rich, of course people are like, oh, you owe Lushious an apology. You owe Lushious an apology. No. No. There is many things that Lushious has lied about when it comes to Rich, when it comes to Dustin, and hell, even when it comes to myself. As someone who has never met Lushious, seen her one time on the streets of West Hollywood, where she was looked like a deer in headlights, seeing us all coming at her. Girl, I got nothing to say about that. I have never met Lushious, but I do know a lot of the things that she is saying about Rich are lies, considering I spent a lot of time personally with Rich, and I saw a lot of shit that has gone down. Y'all don't have to believe me. I don't care. That's that. You weren't there when I was talking to Rich. You weren't there when Lushious was friends with Rich, so please spare me from the peanut gallery of everyone out there that's like, oh, well, you're lying about this, you're lying about this. You don't know. So apparently, and I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna read all of these to you because, as I said earlier, it's not gonna be when they go low, we go high. I'm gonna go even lower, because what Joella tried to pull on me, which by the way, I told you guys this is what Luscious and that fucking bitch say all the time. I told you guys months ago when people were trying to come at me about Luscious saying, well, you provoke this, you provoke this. Every time Luscious refers to me in a tweet, she always puts the word crack in capital letters. So it'll be like, oh, the girls are cracking, but crack will be in capital letters and then ing will just be lowercase, just so everyone knows. So that is clearly a dig at my sobriety. And you know how I know this? Because you are the company you keep. And Joella's first thing to say to me today after I called her old hammer toe, imagine getting so bothered by someone calling you hammer toe that the first thing you go to is their sobriety. I give you guys enough content online with things that I say, things that I throw out on Twitter, all that kind of stuff. The first thing that you can think to go to is my sobriety. Then girl, obviously I must not be that bad of a person. Tap myself on the back, because if that's the only thing that you can think of when it comes to me, thinking that it's hurting me at the end of the day, girl, I'm almost a year sober now and I'm doing pretty damn good. So underneath that tweet where I called Joella old hammer toe, that must be really hurting her in those biscuit baskets that she tries to wear, probably underneath that dust smelling like Famunda cheese. But she responded, at it's Nick Snyder, crack or vape Nick has spoken. And it's like, girl, if this is what somebody who is on crack, coke, meth, or anything like that looks like, then damn bitch, it must be having a reverse effect, considering I'm 216 pounds now. When I was doing drugs like that, I was around 150 to 160, and you can tell when someone is an active user. Hell, here's a photo of me when I was really deep in my drug addiction. So please, spare me with that. So I responded, I said, oh, so we got crack jokes? Welcome to the game, baby. Go back to your best job, which is holding down the floor for gravity. And I meant it. So before people down in the comment section are sitting here like, oh my God, Nick is fat shaming, Nick's being so mean. Bitch, as I said, when they go low, we're going lower. And then of course, Joella, not being creative ever. We've all heard her music. It literally, you could probably get that in the bargain bin over there at the Circle K. Is Circle K still around? I'm not exactly sure, but I bet Joella and Luscious know about it because there's probably a glory hole in the back to sell that $25 asshole. That's not a joke, because in one of these, he tried to come for my fucking OnlyFans, and it's like, girl, don't come for me for showing my butthole and shit online when your friend is S&the the D for $25. I'm not shaming sex workers, but girl, just don't even try me. $25, have a little bit of self-respect, god damn it. So they responded and said, I'll keep holding it down the way you hold onto that hot pipe. So I said, how are your arteries? You good? Looks like you can't move more than Ed with no neck in your videos. Just checking, because even on my worst day, you'll never compare. Go back to your basement, sweetie, because that's exactly where Joella is. In the basement, making music that no one's buying. Now there's the podcast that the other one's on, that they're doing for free, that, I don't know, maybe no one's listening to it. Maybe that's why you should have come after my podcast. So here we go again. Here we go again. Arteries are lovely. The way I'm craving a pizza right now, I bet you're craving another hit. Is your OnlyFans supplying your drug habit? It was like honestly arguing with a toddler, because it's, this whole like going after someone's sobriety thing is like, it's exhausting. Like, is that the one thing? Like, do you have an issue that you have to go after someone else's sobriety? Like, are you projecting? This could be projecting. I could be totally reading into this wrong. This could totally be projecting. So I responded, aw, sweetie, sober and living my best life. The life you want to copy so bad, that's why you and that $25 started a free podcast. No one would toss a nickel your direction. Quick, fly north, so no one can piss on you in the fires. And then of course it went on and on, more drug references when it comes to me, and it's like, you lost the battle already when you started bringing up someone's sobriety and their addiction. I pray that nobody in your life, including you, ever has to go through something like that, that has to deal with something as serious as that. Because, girl, the only thing that I'm struggling with in my life right now is thinking if I want Taco Bell or McDonald's for lunch. The thing that you're struggling with is every time you stand up, your knees might buckle. You know, I just find it really funny because I, once again, did not bring up Luscious, because every time that we bring up Luscious, so they're bullying, even though we just respond. Miss me with that from now on, because every time I hear my name out of Luscious's mouth, I'm coming back even stronger, because this is getting ridiculous at this point. You can't sit online and claim that you're so positive, but literally the only videos that bring you views or when you talk about drama. You're a talent wasted, and you're going to continue to be a talent wasted because you refuse to put the time and the energy into focusing on that craft, which is Lushious's makeup skills. Now, nobody can take that away from Lushious. She is talented. I mean, she is the bargain version of Patrick Star, but that's neither here nor there. She does not focus on her talent. Instead, she would rather drag myself, she'd rather drag Rich, she'd rather drag Dustin, because it's all for money. At least I think it's all for money, because that podcast seems to be free, and I don't think that channel that it's on is monetized. So yes, I got very, very rude in my tweets, because if you're gonna go as low as to go after someone's sobriety, girl, I'm gonna hit right back. I'm literally gonna hit right back. But just so everyone knows, because I've literally pissed on camera, showed the drug test, hell, I mean, I clearly have gained a ton of weight, so I don't know if that's what drugs, like these new age designer drugs, I'm not exactly sure if that's what they do to people. I don't know, maybe that's why Joella looks so healthy. So with all that said, and I'm gonna say this to everyone that's gonna be in the comment section saying, oh, well, Lushious is so positive, oh my God, Joella is so amazing. That's what you're supporting. You're supporting someone who claims they're such a positive influence, there's such positivity, they don't want drama, but the first thing that they go to when someone calls them a hammer toe is their sobriety. And it doesn't even just stop there. Okay, you say it once, okay, I get it, whatever. You did that, that's you, we all see who you are. But to continue it, and it just came real quick, so I can only imagine what they say behind the scenes when it comes to me, because that was the first thing that popped into the mind of that trash box. So Joella, go back to trying to croak out music, because you're nothing more than a pathetic faggot that lives in a basement trying to make it big. I hope everyone has a great day. Love you guys. See you in my next video.